Yeah, this is still a very heavy amount of utility, and let's see if this little, we'll call it the Fnatic setup over at B, is going to work. The nades do more than their fair share of damage, my word. Karrigan now, with softened up targets ahead, not actually able to find anything. It's poison to deal with him. Frozen, almost getting that trade, but not quite. Damage has been done. All these nades have been thrown, and the first two nades look stellar, but these next two that have gone out, you don't really have anything to show for if you're Mousesports, and all this utility is now gone. So, it's the mode out.
Yeah. This is the complexity I wanted to see today, Harry. I'm not going to lie, like, very confident pistol round.
And this means Karrigan, he's got to hold the line, because this push looks like it's going to come on through. Woxic has begun to rotate round, and now he meets up with Karrigan and CT.
Nice.
Bit of damage done, but still no kills. And CT control taken here by Complexity. Woxic in this smoke, and he's trying to play around with it, but to no avail. Bomb plant found, and a 4-on-3 in the post plant. Poison. There we go. He does get it eventually. I don't really know how, but he does.
He just taps Harry and hits both shots. And I think it's good to see them feeling confident on Inferno, right? This has been a very...
Opened up with a bit of mid control taken by Complexity and then falling back into a B play, but that's not looking like the case this time around. There's no one holding on to Banana, and Rops is going to spot the armada of Complexity players over its short side, but it might not matter. The site's already fallen. It's a 4-on-3. Once again, the man advantage for Complexity.
16-2'd by. So it doesn't bode well for Mousesports.
Coming his way, and Complexity, they have really kicked this round up a notch. Now, in amongst all of this, Woxic's got aggressive into the apartments. Frozen's pushed down the bottom of mid, so Mousesports, they know what's going on. They know what's coming their way, but it's not helped them in the grand scheme. Thankfully, that kill from Woxic and the follow-up has now put it in their advantage, and Mousesports might be about to get their first round here and now. Blame F in the clutch, and he's not able to find Woxic up in the apartments. This fast apps play was always a great AWP. You know, I absolutely love that he's found success in international lineups towards like this stage of his career. And Karrigan going aggressive down through mid in this round. Actually only good for one. I thought he was going to chain together a little bit more, but somehow Config is just doing a great job of overstaying his welcome down here at Banana. Now there is Chris J hidden close, but Chris J is trapped by that. Oh my goodness! Config only had 2 shots left in the AK, and he puts up the kill. Config's not in the mood to miss right now. He's on 3, and this 4th has just been delivered to him. On for the ace. Rops is going to go save, so probably not going to give it over.
This is in regulation, I'm pretty sure. And then Config did 47 in overpass.
And it's curious, they definitely could have tried splitting B, but with no Banana control, they just decide to commit to A, and they try and run the gauntlet here. Rush is going to deal with Rops, but there's only 7 seconds left. This bomb has got to get planted, and it's got to get planted now. Woxic could deny the entire round, and it's the no-scope through the smoke that makes it so. Blame F, even going down after time.
Passed until Woxic shut it down, and Complexity this time it doesn't work either. Mousesports put that motor smoke at the 20-second mark, and that is everything, right? Complexity can't go through it. They know there could be an AWP pit. They have to go back round, and at that point they get hamstringed for time. Now Mousesports have come alive. What is this? A flawless round so far. Blame alone.
You know who's fired that AWP. You know who's looking at Boiler. Blame F. 1v5, and he does put up the first, but there's the trade swiftly. They're about to start to pressure Woxic, and you're very much reliant on, well, A, him hitting that shot, and B, Rops keeping his eye on Boiler. Now that he's lost Woxic, he's got to concede the halls. He's got to back away.
From Mousesports, Frozen playing close, that smoke phase, here they come, the flash is good, Frozen has to hide at the back of the site, denied by the wall smoke. Config with an entry onto Chris as well. Rush, he's found Karrigan, and Frozen inside of the site on his own can only find Rush. It's a single kill and nothing more. 10 seconds for the plant is enough time for Cole, and Rops won't stop it through the smoke. It's going to be a round for Cole once again.
Yeah, looking to pick up the pace and hit him back inside of the site. We're looking at Chris J, Rops, and Karrigan to try and hold the fort. And while they've traded evenly, but they need a little bit more than that out of Chris J now. And he's not able to put up the numbers needed. Still, 0 kills to his name, 0-10.
Yeah, it's certainly a grim reminder of where you're at if you're Mousesports.
Ooh, bit of an good exchange. And Config, okay, yeah, I was worried because like last time we saw him kind of looking good over at Banana.
I had my money on him hitting that second shot.
Yeah,
Well.
It was getting worrying. Obo and Rush and the rest of the gang, though. It's not B. That's not where they're looking to end up. Config was nothing more than a walking, talking, fragging decoy. And boy, now the rootin', tootin', shooting Cowboys over at the A-bomb site for Mousesports.
Mousesports playing very passive, giving Cole room on long, but only for a bait and switch. Rops getting assists, and Chris and Frozen will pick up the kills. The AWP even fires off, and one by one, Cole are going to fall in this round. Nothing to their name, not a single point of damage, but it was only an eco round.
This is because they've set up Woxic with the AWP at Banana. It allows for this four-man stack. Now, will these four players be ready for the sheer speed, the complexity of dishing out in this round? Because they are already in the pit. They are hidden in this wall of smokes. This is such a confusing round, but somehow, some way, Mouse are looking to come out on top. Now, whether or not it's going to stay that way, we've got to wait and see, but Rops certainly seems to think so. He's left it all on to BlameF, 1v3, and he can't get it done. Mousesports, they recover 6. The Mousesports, they've righted their wrongs, and now they move into this T side. They're looking to get back into this game.
Yeah, Blame's been dinked immediately on B. Config is hanging around. He's still here, and there's more utility for Mousesports on this pistol, much as there was on the CT side. This time, at least 2 Kevlar players. Cole have 2 more on B, and Mousesports, they're going for it. They're committing. Smoke's landing. Could use the same one that Cole used against them on the wall side. BlameF dropping one though. Obo here as well. Can't connect a couple of shots. The smoke is providing a bit of cover for Mousesports as they fire on through it, hitting the shots and pushing Blame to the back of the bomb site. This is falling apart for Cole. Blame needs to stay alive, but that P250 is lethal, and Rops makes good work with it. Rush on his own, been spotted. Plant can come through, and Mousesports at this point, it's a guaranteed round.
They can look to build upon this to try and tie things up here in this second half. They deal with Rush at the very, very end.
Actually rotated Poison out of long towards CT. Now he can still rotate Library here, but he is peeled away for a brief moment in time. Carrigan's dead on B. That's the fate gone. Mousesports have to commit, and Complexity have not fallen for it. There's still 3 here. Mousesports have gone quiet. This almost feels obvious from this point for Cole, and they have to play very safe indeed. Util going down. Obo, he's not got many kills, but he's got a lot of util. Would be nice to see some of that thrown out. And the Molotov will land after he takes a kill. Poison drops the bomb, and one by one, Mousesports are just Complexity, just hold the line down to find a 10th round. It's a save for Mousesports.
Counter-terrorists win.
Ian watch as Obo tries to pick up the pieces. Poison inside of the site with this orb. We've been waiting for him to get rolling. Let's see it now, Poison. Second kill. There's a man on balcony, and Poison not ready, but he does get mopped up there by Obo in the site. Woxic and Frozen left in this 2-on-4, and once again, Mousesports, they are set packing from this initial push. This time they've got time going their way, and a nice shot from Frozen has opened up this B bomb site. They've got to pick up the pace though, and no smoke for the cross. They flash over, but Woxic does not survive the journey. Frozen left in this 1v3. He opened up this B-side take with a stellar shot onto Config. Now he's got to continue in that fashion to the very end of the round. There's a deep smoke in CT, and Frozen's trying to keep an eye on it. 2 players here make that just 1 as Frozen does strike 1 from the tally. That nade smoke has allowed a man to push up close, and Poison in through the banana will remove it.
As well, Mousesports look tempted by it. They're going to jump around the corner. Poison hits the first, tries to follow up, but they're getting closer. He can't afford to give them this orb. He could get, dangerous, but a 2-for-1 attack on the Carrigan, cleaned up by the pistol. Woxic will trade. That's his gun of choice, but Rush doesn't want to let him cross towards it. He will deny it. His teammate now on the site doing that instead. Rush can pivot and look at the apartments. Chris is there, and he's given away his position as well. Woxic with a kill. Still hasn't got that orb under control. Chris is dead, and Rush denies the pickup of the orb. Nice stuff from Rush.
They've got an avenue into the site. They've got Config having to worry about CT and Banana. And with it not coming through, it's now a 3-on-3, but they've at least dealt with Config inside of B. So a bomb plant is available to Mouse. They've got a chance. It's not pretty.
Run.
You don't love it. And Woxic gets burnt very, very low, leaving the pool.
Yeah, Rush is really late here trying to clear out Banana, and that's why this is taking so long, but they're going to make contact first with Poison. He swapped out the AWP, and so Mousesports don't know Obo is also here. Rush is spotted, and he gets a kill. Doubles up. Rush just wins around on his own. No util needed. He has a full kit of util.
Everything in. And you look at what they've gained for it, well, they're very much relying on just winning these fights straight up, and Blame F and Rush, they're doing a good job of holding this back right now. Blame F not moving, and a second kill found leaves all the pressure onto Rops in a 1v3.
Yeah, and I don't think he realizes he's killed everyone short side. He was looking at short for a second there, but a plant was available in that clutch. Mousesports might want to recruit him. They need some answers right now. 15 rounds for Cole, looking to take us to Dust 2, push us over the line. Good spray from Blame, but they actually finds nothing. The bullets were there. Mousesports were hiding, flashed out. They will push again off the back of a flash, blinding Cole, but still losing their life, still losing the fight, and still losing the map. Woxic falls last, and that's 16 rounds to complexity. As they get into this T side, a fast play down lower in the pistol round for Mousesports. It's lots of Kevlar for complexity, and immediately a kill out middle. Poison's gone, and Mousesports will move up mid.
Yeah, Woxic even shooting the defuse kit. Now, that's not going to break it or anything, but maybe it's a sign of... yeah, that's pretty much all it is. I'm not assigning anything to it that it wasn't. Let's go. Up through short for Mouse. We'll lead the defuse kit in the back of our minds. A nice tag on the config. And Frozen deals with him at ramp. Obo now at long, tapping down. And, ooh, that's a nice kill on a Frozen. Okay, and a follow-up as well from Obo. All right, so now it's in... okay, Obo, on for the ace now. Of course, in the blink of an eye, he's gone from none to 4. From 0 to hero in this round. And it's only Carrigan left. He's flashed off the angle. The bomb is planted for him. But this should be an impossible clutch. And it's Obo with the ace. Finding the first round on the board for complexity.
Negative player, obviously just looking at the numbers alone, but that's a great way of just spinning it on its head and opening up Dust 2. It's put full money and full rifles in the hand of Cole, who won't play around with any SMGs. You don't often see that on Dust 2. Bomb is going up middle, 2 players here. It's been spotted, and Woxic's going to get wall-banged out. Even though Blame falls back, there's still a second line of defense if someone else wants to challenge. Config coming in, and he's seen Rox with the bomb as well. Rox looking for the deep shot, does land it, but will get swiftly traded. 4 from Blame in this one.
Gonna force a man out from the ramp position, but it's actually Poison with his scout at long to deal with Carrigan as he moves into this site. And Poison's getting away with even more damage. A bomb plant will get found here for Mouse at the very, very least. But this scout has already done more than enough, and Poison is continuing to lay down the pain. Config comes in because he doesn't want anyone to forget about him while Poison's popping off like this, and this leaves Rops all alone. This is an undoable round. He knows it. We know it. He's backing out, and the defusers come in for complexity.
I can't think of the last time that I saw like a cat play like that just get left nor peak. The grenade should get some damage, but nothing significant. And this is a great angle to watch Pit. Woxic's even dropped Flame, and Rush is trying to get aggressive. He will land that kill. Poison covering as well as drop the T Orpa, and somehow, some way, complexity not only get control back of long, but get the bomb dropped to their feet. That kill would make every difference, but Chris will survive. Missed shot from Poison, and that's given Mousesports a way back into this round. Look at Carrigan.
Yeah, Carrigan being so deep within the site, that's a bit of a question mark. Not something that complexity really know about. Oh, there we go. Carrigan has it under control, but now he's really got to have it under control. You know, you've kind of like tamed the beast a little bit. To go Bames John, 700 if he gets this clutch. Looking for Carrigan, who's hidden at Goose, and Obo has seen him. He knows what's going on, and Obo is going to tap Carrigan out of the round. Defuse for complexity locked on.
They've had a great track record on this map, but right now Cole are looking great individually, and they've always been a fan of Dust 2. Fast mid-play, trying to create a distraction for this B tunnels, execute Config, missing the shot, pistols out. He's going to give up B here, but that gun is not what he wants up against the Tech 9. Somehow Chris wins a fight from a range, and that AWP, while it's not been picked up, it is retrievable close to the window for Mousesports.
Complexity falling short in this one. You think about the fact that this was only a partial investment for Mouse. Now, this is where Rush has been helped here. Poison's rotated back from Catwalk. A pretty ballsy rotation, all things considered, because there were players for Mouse there. Blame F is listening out for the cat play, and Poison is here to help Rush out of danger. That shot raining on in denies any attempt at the trade from Chris J. The molly is going to force Rush out into the open, but he gets away with a lot of damage before he goes down. And with 20 seconds left on the clock...
On the window, now he wants to hold on to his gun, but Complexity might not let him live. They're going to push, they're going to get close. And pivot between that and long, running right back as we speak. But so is Carrigan running forward up Catwalk with the flashbangs. There they go. And one player's going to drop. Carrigan's in the spawn, not for long. Blame will rid him of the round. And now it's a 4-on-4 with the bomb trying to get towards A.
Yeah, Poison has denied the first man out from Cat, and you can see what this has done to Mouse. They're going to maybe try and hit B because Rops has gotten into the site, and he's calling that it's clear. Frozen dealing with Poison at long, and it might seem tempting now to rotate back. I think instead they're going to use Rops as a lurk in through B to try and help the bomb, because the bomb is in a spot of bother. Woxic is trapped at Catwalk. And this whole round is hit like a very weird situation. Rops has just bailed Mousesports out in such a big way. At least he believes. With those 2 kills, there's only 1 man left, but Obo's already in B, and both players here for Mouse. Obo trying to break them up into 2 1v1s.
Unfortunately, he's away from the car right now, so if Mouse commit Cat, then he can't really have much to say into it. Rops is close in B, but not committing on his own. Mouse is going to go fast into this site. Poison's already made it, though. They are close in CT. He doesn't realize he's been tagged down. It's a wide swing from Blame, and Karrigan and Frozen combined for 2 kills. Bomb thrown on the site. Big play by Karrigan. The grenade will finish off the job, though, and he walks right into it. 3-on-2 for the retake, but no kid available. The problems just keep appearing for Complexity, and with a man down lower, they've got to deal with him as well. Rops waiting in the wings with 1. Config trades, and that's going to be a retake now up against Frozen on just 10 health.
Oh, and the flash is good. They know he's here. They know he's at ramp. Frozen, can he offer anything up? Swings wide, but in doing so, into the double peak. I don't know where I'm going with that. I tried to tie it in. I tried to tie in a B joke, but it didn't happen. Let's see, buzzing into this B site. It's Obo holding down the line.
How is
Bit of a hive mind, though, as all the rotations have come through from Complexity. Meantime, though, Blame F has to try and hold the line solo, and Frozen does best him. Let's see, up in the window, Poison looking to be the B keeper, trying to keep this one under lock and key, but that molly is not what you wanted. He's actually... Okay, well, maybe that's what you wanted. Down to the 1v1, and Poison versus Frozen. Flash goes over the top. There's still a smoke in the door, and Poison is plagued with the indecision of what gun to commit to this with. Goes with the AK, lines up the shot. Oh, and they are just getting churned up. Obo at the B doors, laying down the pain. Does get a Tech 9 pressuring him close. And the rest of the gang are smoked off in mid, but the B players are holding their ground, at least right now. A bomb plant is available to Rops at a bare minimum, and that's something for Mousesports to work with. He's retrieved an M4. I don't think it's got any ammo left in it, so he's got to get this done with the Deagle, and he does find the first man in. He's just checked, and yeah, it's empty. Another for Rops, and the Deagle might be all it takes. Rops! What in good name is that? A 4th on the board. Maybe that's reinvigorated Mousesports. Let's see. They're setting up over here outside of A. They're trying to get across with the smokes down. And shots start to rain on through for either side. And it's Rops to find the kill. Offering up a little bit more damage. But now the Deagle of Rush. All right, come on then. Another Deagle. Let's get it. He puts up 3. Can Obo finish off what Rush has started? We're down to this 1v2 clutch. The bomb dropped at ramp. Obo coming in from long. And Woxic, he's having a pivot between Cart and Crossroads, and he is ready.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at some of the scalps that Call have taken down recently online in Europe, you know, I think it's actually really impressive considering how far this team has come in the few months that it's been here. You know, beating Sprout, Endpoint, Secret, Big, Nordovin, some decent teams in the European region. Of course, teams that you would expect Cole to beat, and he's been peeled away for Rops' benefit, but that timing is unfortunate. Poison pushes as Rops looks to go in on that backstab, and now Mousesports are reduced to 2.
Yeah, and they waited all round for Rops to find anything with that flank, and he doesn't, so this gets mopped up there by Complexity.
You can tell by the defense here split for Mousesports. They're all over the place in terms of 3 on the A site. So Chris Shea, he's going to have that first point of contact out long A, and that's going to make things interesting. Rock gets absolutely smashed at the car, and it's only time tells. It takes now Chris Shea as well. Now we've got a bigger problem on our hands. Mousesports already find themselves down 9-6, but this looks like a bomb plant. Big grenade from Karrigan. Touchdown even. Kobe Bryant in the house. And of course, 3v2. Blame F and Rush just trying to get this bomb planted, Harry.
Yeah, Karrigan is still a nuisance, still hidden in the elevator, and he's trying to ride this one all the way to the top. It's Karrigan looking for the last man at long, Blame F all alone, and he's getting pressured, he's getting shut down, and it's Mouse to find the pistol.
Karrigan's watching from the long side cold. They're not going to drop into spawn. They're just going to fully commit to this cat cross, and the smoke's actually cut out Woxic. He's close to the scout. This is not where you want to be, because he's likely not going to be able to get more than one from this position before the trade comes in. Plant available, missed shot, Woxic running out of chances, and Rush will remove him from the round.
So if we remember, back on Inferno, this is what happened. The Force was stolen away by Complexity. And here, on Dust 2, you don't believe your eyes, but the Force Spy has been stolen away by Complexity of Mousesports. Dust 2, in case you can't recognize it, don't know why you wouldn't be able to. It still looks pretty much the same as it always has. However, for the time being,
I think
and so all the teams are trying like a lot harder than I think you ever would for an online game. And I think, this is the only metric we have. But I would like to think that Mousesports can recover, right? I would like to think that the high heights we've seen this team reach weren't the peak. And I think that's better from like a good CS perspective as well. But only time will tell if that's the case, Hugo. That's kind of the curse.
Obo's just killed everyone in this round, Harry. He got 2 down middle and then found a 3rd holding the B site. Bit of a push up, and Mousesports, well, they'll be pushed out of this round. And Poison has the cross covered. He's going to try and kill Config here. He knows he's behind blue. Karrigan not wanting to rush, drops back in the pit. Config takes him down, and now this scout might come and peek the AWP. That would be a big mistake. Config might bring the fight to him instead. Quick Molotov over the top. There's the AWP, hits the tag. Woxic getting chased, and he won't escape. Not this time, not alive. Poison moving up towards A, and Complexity, the full entourage of T's, 3 of them, trying to take this site.
Oh, and it's Config to open up. Man advantage taken now for Complexity, and Blame F even removing Chris J. Rop's left in a 1v4, and he's looking like he wants to save. There is no room for error at this point in time, and Complexity, they're not making any. Blame F is even ready and waiting in T-spawn. That's worse than just one problem.
Yeah, double the problem and half the solution, Harry. They also have no time to deal with it. This is a maths problem, and Mousesports, I don't know if they brought their calculators. Quick kills out long. Woxic, he's still here, but so with the scope of Poison. Oh, a missed shot. Woxic, he is on a timer, and Poison, he'll turn the clock off. Quickly deals with him. 4 on 2 as Complexity move up towards this A site. This long position has been so good for them in this game. Mousesports have not stopped it once. Rups is here. He's behind the smoke. He can go through. Config's looking deep past it, and Rups has a window. Rups has a gap. No one's watching this, and Rups could shut down this entire round on his own.
Ooh, Rups, come on, man, let's get it. 1v4, and he's opened up with 1. They've left the bomb. They've left the bomb. Oh no, Rups is sticking it. They jump up, but the shots are missing. Rups has got the defuse, and no one gets him off of it in time. This game out, right? You've got the cash. It's going to be a grind for Mousesports. Let's see if they're up to the challenge. Frozen flashed in, but not able to get a kill. This A site now belongs to Complexity. And once again, it's Mouse tasked with a retake up against overwhelming odds. And Obo, making matters even worse, single-handedly lays down the pain, even drops Config. So he's on 3 kills in this round, but only 2 of them on the enemy. Rops does get taken care of, and this was looking like maybe Mousesports could have found something, but now it falls onto Chris J alone with the Deagle, attempts the jump shot now. Obo, 4 kills in the round, 3 of them onto Mousesports.
Powerful work, and right now they're looking to power through this map to finish it off. Fast play through middle. That molly will deny Woxic's re-entry past the smoke. They've got to go B. Chris is here. Quick trade. Config with a kill. One more man in the site, not for long. Obo's dropped him from the tunnel side, and now it is just a bomb plant for Complexity. Mousesports 3 up, trying to play, trying to fight for survival.
Yeah, they do deal with Blame F down in mid, and they spot Obo in the lower tunnels. 2 players now for Complexity getting caught trying to retreat into safer angles. Poison missed flick and doesn't connect it the second time around. It falls onto Config, but he's close in the doors. And now Config on Frozen. 1v1, time ticking away, and it's Config to swing wide and solidify the 2.